Good afternoon, I'm Rob Boskamp, and you're listening to South Texas Midday. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday, June 4th. The Ritz Theatre will once again be a South Texas beacon of imagination and creativity thanks to support from the Texas legislature. A $30 million grant from the Texas Preservation Trust Fund will help provide a significant economic impact to one of the few remaining historic buildings in Corpus Christi. The Ritz is a 1,300-seat theater designed by William Scott Dunn. It opened in 1929, and for 60 years, the Ritz served as one of the city's premier entertainment venues. From stage performances to talking pictures to a music venue hall in the 70s, the Ritz kept pace as the city evolved and grew. However, as city engagements shifted away from downtown, the Ritz was shuttered in 1989. With the grant, a preserved Ritz would bring in $7 million each year to the local economy, 125 new full-time jobs, and annual revenue for the state and local governments upwards of $500,000, according to the nonprofit's officials. The City of Corpus Christi has launched an online community budget survey to gather input from residents and help shape the upcoming Fiscal Year 2026 proposed budget. With an initial projected approximate $7 million gap in revenues to expenditures, the online survey allows residents to share their perspectives on city services, infrastructure, parks and recreation, and other key areas. Input received will help identify community priorities and guide research allocation to best meet the needs of Corpus Christi. The survey will be open through June 15th. Residents can access the budget input survey by visiting cctx.info/budget survey. More than 10,000 people in the state are waiting for an organ transplant, according to the Texas Organ Sharing Alliance, and less than half the people in the Rio Grande Valley have signed up to become an organ donor. Alliance officials said more Hispanic donors are needed because transplants are usually more successful if the donor and recipient are genetically similar. Nearly 3,700 Hispanics need a kidney donation due to diabetes and hypertension, two conditions that damage the kidney. In state news, Catholic Charities Fort Worth has long been a key player in helping refugees make new lives in Texas, but now that role is shifting. KERA's Catherine Hobbs has more.
After decades as a central hub for refugee resettlement across Texas, Catholic Charities Fort Worth is stepping back from its federally funded leadership role. The organization announced it will no longer oversee the statewide coordination of refugee services, a position it's held since 2021. Instead, that responsibility's been moved to the Texas Office for Refugees, which plans to bring operations in-house. Catholic Charities says the change reflects a desire to focus more deeply on direct services in North Texas, things like housing, job training, and case management. I'm Catherine Hobbs in Dallas.
The city of Seadrift is moving forward after the weekend dismissal of former alderman Paul Gonzales. Yesterday marked the first meeting since Gonzales' departure. The city hinted at some vacancies they are hoping to fill through time as council discussed the job description and pay for the assistant office clerk number 2 position. That role assists with operations at the front desk in City Hall, an area that recently saw the departure of City Secretary Gabriela Torres. Seadrift will have a regularly scheduled meeting on June 10th at 6 p.m. Residents in Alamo can help the city secure state funding for improvements around town. The city is hoping to secure a $1.5 million grant from the Texas Department of Transportation. The city of Alamo currently has a survey for residents to give their opinion on what areas need improvement. If approved, the money will go towards building or improving sidewalks. A decision on the grant request is expected this month. The deadline to submit the survey is June 20th. South Texas College broke ground earlier this week on a building that will help students wanting to enter the workforce. The STC Continuing Education and Testing Center will be located west of the college's Pecan campus in McAllen. The $9 million project includes over 20,000 square feet of classrooms and testing center space. There will be 5 classrooms dedicated to high-demand courses such as English as a second language, GED, and real estate, among other customized training for employers. Other classrooms will support community offerings and the department's newest massage therapy program, which is currently under development. The STC Continuing Education and Testing Center is set to be complete at the end of summer 2026. The American Bank Center has announced its transition to a cashless facility aimed at enhancing the guest experience. This change, which will affect all transactions including parking, box office sales, and concessions, will take effect on July 1st. The number of people who are considering leaving the U.S. and becoming expats in another country is on the rise. Texas Public Radio's Jerry Clayton takes a look at some of those who are interested in moving abroad for good and those who are helping them.
Have you ever considered leaving the United States? What's the cost of living for a single person in Denmark?
Thinking of moving out of the United States of America to Mexico?
Is moving to Chile a good idea?
We're going to look at some of the pros and some of the cons of moving to this country, Portugal.
Living in Thailand as an American can change your life.
If any of that piqued your interest, you're not alone. In 2024, a Monmouth University poll showed 34% of U.S. residents would like to go and settle in another country if they were free to do so. Experts say that number has likely increased in 2025.
With us moving to Portugal,
Several hundred people are in a packed convention hall listening to speakers talking about their experiences after leaving the States and moving abroad. Recently, the company TxDOT held its first ever Move Abroad Con in San Antonio. Stephanie Stone-Robb is the events and product manager for TxDOT.
Making a big life change can be a little scary and a little lonely sometimes, so giving them an opportunity to connect not only with our experts but with each other.
The top reason that people want to leave the States, according to data from TxDOT, is that people want to experience enrichment, adventure, and growth. 56% say they think the U.S. is too conservative, and 53% say the country is too divided. Jen Barnett is co-founder of TxDOT. She started the business in 2022, and business is very good.
My sales in Q1 were up 19,600% over Q1 2024.
TxDOT helps people navigate the complexities of moving to another country and helping them decide the place for them.
You can't just be running away from something. You have to be moving towards something as well.
She says without doing enough research, you could end up in a place you don't really like.
And you have to be willing to adapt yourself to whatever is going on in the other country. An example is people will complain about taxes, how much taxes are in Europe, but then on the other side, they want all the social services they get in Europe.
Barnett says the most popular destination for expats is Portugal. Spain and Mexico come in second and third. One of the speakers at the conference was Rodrigo Pacheco, a renowned chef in Ecuador. He was there to promote his country and its food culture and natural beauty.
I want to inspire more people about the capacity of gastronomy for climatic transformation and also the quality of life that we have in our country.
Katie Roberts is from San Antonio. She says she was initially interested in Europe.
To stay a little closer to family, we're looking at Mexico, Central and South America for the most part. I've been looking at moving abroad for a couple of years, but we decided for sure in October that it was something we were interested in doing as a family.
Miranda Bagwell came from Virginia.
There's a lot of separatist, divisive language in the media, in just general discourse in the United States now, and I hate that. America is cool because we are a melting pot, and that was what I was raised to believe. So part of my wanting to move elsewhere is I love to adventure and I love moving to other countries. It makes me appreciate my own country more when I come back, but also because I want to live in a community that values all of its members.
Barnett says the first Move Abroad Con was a wild success. It sold out, and there are plans to do more conventions. I'm Jerry Clayton in San Antonio.
The Dr. Clotilde P. Garcia Public Library has changed its summer hours with the new schedule running through August 10th. During August to May, the library usually closes from 4 to 6 p.m. and then reopens from 6 to 8 p.m. on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Throughout the summer, though, the library will remain open on these days from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It will be open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mondays and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. This change will not impact the library's total weekly hours. The City of Corpus Christi and Corpus Christi Water announced the installation of a new lifejacket loaner stand at Sunrise Beach RV Park at Lake Corpus Christi. The lifejacket stand is made possible through a grant awarded by the Chris Ruiz Foundation. The lifejacket loaner stand provides free access to properly fitted life jackets for visitors of all ages. Visitors can borrow life jackets at no cost and return them after use, ensuring water safety equipment is available regardless of whether someone owns flotation devices. And in sports, it's an all-Texas showdown on the biggest stage in college softball. Longtime rivals Texas Tech and the University of Texas meet tonight in Game 1 of the Women's College World Series Finals, both programs chasing their first-ever national title. KTTZ's Bishop Van Buren has more on how the Red Raiders punched their ticket.
The Longhorns are making their third finals appearance in 4 years, after falling to Oklahoma last season and in 2022. The Sooners, who had reached the championship every year since 2018, looked likely to do so again until they faced Texas Tech Monday night. The Red Raiders ace Nigeria Kennedy threw 6 scoreless innings until a late 2-run homer tied the game. But Tech's offense was quick to respond with a walk-off sacrifice fly hit by Lauren Allred. After the win, Kennedy praised her team's mindset.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of people doubted us and a lot of people didn't think we would get to this point. So I think we just didn't have any pressure on us. We just went to go out, play softball, and play our game.
The series will be aired on ESPN beginning tonight at 7 p.m. with the same start time for Thursday and Friday if needed. This is Bishop Van Buren in Lubbock.
And that is the latest news and information on South Texas Midday. And if you missed a story from any of our newscasts, you can always listen to those on KEDT's South Texas Midday podcast. You can also check out our Community Focus series. In our latest episode, we spoke with PBS Frontline's Laura Sullivan about the documentary Hurricane Helene's Deadly Warning. You can listen to those series wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Rob Boskamp. Your community arts calendar and more is on the way.